Hi, I'm Matt Young and welcome back to My Thoughts on Real Estate. Once again, in full disclosure, I am a licensed real estate broker right here in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Our question today comes from Steve in Greenville, North Carolina. He says, Matt, I just bought a new house and the energy bills are much higher this winter than I expected. Well, Steve, the good news is that it has been an exceptionally cold winter in North Carolina, so if you're not from around here, it's not always this cold. The bad news is that after you've closed on the home, there's really very little you can do on something like energy cost. There is a property disclosure that no matter whether you purchased the home through a real estate agent or whether it was listed with an agent or whether it was a for sale by owner, it is required that a property disclosure is filled out. But if they were truthful and honest in that property disclosure, then there's really not much you can do. What you can do in the future, though, is to really take that time that you have to check out the home and inspect the home and go a little step further. Here's what I mean. A lot of folks will do a cursory inspection of a home. They'll pop in on a sunny afternoon when it fits their schedule and do a walk through the house, maybe even with a home inspector. And that inspector is going to make sure that the appliances come on and that the furnace comes on and the air conditioner works. But they don't do a whole lot to really check to ensure the efficiency of those items. Here's a great idea. If you're buying a house and you are concerned with energy costs in the winter, go on a very cold day. Today would be a great day to check out a house you had some concerns about. Obviously, you want to get the heating and energy bills for the past 12 months, or better yet 2 years, to kind of get a broader look at what those costs average out to. But even that doesn't tell you the whole story. I have had some folks who purchased a home, they had 3 children, and they bought a home from a retired couple. Obviously, the energy costs for these people were a lot higher. The retired folks only used part of the home most of the time, were very efficient in what they did on their energy bill. And when you add 3 children to the mix, there's a lot more water for laundry. And usually with children in a home, they end up using the heat and the air a little more than just a retired couple would. So they were a little surprised at the energy cost, even though they did do due diligence during that inspection period to look at the energy bills. Another thing you can do, though, is look at what the insulation is in the home. And it may be a fairly inexpensive thing for you to get the insulation in the home improved. Other folks I know have almost not purchased the home of their dreams because the energy costs were too high. But when we brought out a contractor and they really took a look at the house, for very little money they were able to increase the R value of that insulation and bring those energy costs down to where it met their budget. And it's not just energy. I know right now fuel prices are high and that's the big concern. But look at other areas of the home too on the worst possible situation. Drainage. My favorite day to inspect a house is not the bright sunny day. I like going out on a cold and very wet day, preferably after a good rain. Because I can really look at the drainage on the property and make sure that there's no areas in the crawl space or in the basement that have any flooding issues. And likewise, we can also see how that home feels with the energy issues. Summer's another time when you really want to get out to a house on a hot day and check those areas on the second floor, especially if it's bordering an attic space, and make sure that those walls aren't warm and that the thermostat set to a normal, comfortable setting on the air conditioner is giving you the comfort that you're going to need and expect in the home when you purchase it. Well, anyway, those are just my thoughts on real estate. Once again, in full disclosure, I am a licensed real estate broker, and I'm hoping that you have smooth sailing in the real estate market.